So we're getting our tree trimmed, or actually taken down. And this is something I was not anticipating. Take a look at this tree. So it was technically 3 trees, although it really only looked like 2, but it was huge. So they first took off a lot of the crown of the tree. And I mean, it's just insane. I geeked out on this because the sound, the smell, it smelled so good, like pine. And just when you start to see the pieces of it come down, you are so surprised by how big this thing is. Take a look at the size of an average man in comparison to how tall and thick those trees are. So I would go out there as soon as I'd hear it drop, I'd run out there and like take a picture and just geek out on it. So of course I didn't want to get rid of a tree, but the branches were starting to fall down and they were becoming an issue. And so my neighbor and us, we decided that we would go ahead and get this done. But the struggle was getting a contractor out here to actually do the work. We reached out to 3 different contractors. None of them returned our calls. And then this service ended up coming out and giving us a bid and taking care of it. And it was Lobo Tree Service. And I wanted to share this because of the cost, and then also just kind of as an FYI in home ownership, and then moving out here in East Texas. This is a common expense. This is something that you could face if you live out this way. To have a tree like this removed was $4,300. It took about 3 days for it to be removed, and the weather is a big factor in that. So what was the damage, right? Well, just our driveway had a broken area. Now my neighbor, his sprinkler was like kind of shaken up in all of this, but it's pretty amazing to see this type of skill take place, and you can understand why it's expensive. We did have our trees trimmed around the house from a different tree company when we first moved here last year, and it was about $700, and they were great. And I tried to reach out to them to come out and bid this, and we never got a response. So I don't really want to give them the do a recommendation for them, but you can see that if this were to fall, this would be a big issue for a person, of course. So Lobo Tree Service is who ended up coming out and take care of it. That's their contact information. He said that he actually takes it to a company who will turn this into building material, so I don't feel as bad about taking it down, but that is basically the long and short of getting a tree removed out here in Tyler.